What's up, my people? Breaking news. Breaking news. A historic clash just rocked the White House. Trump and Zelensky in a fiery showdown. Is this the moment that the United States support for Ukraine collapsed? Stick around because we're breaking it all down for you. Yeah, why are you, mister? You, ma'am, you lady, you that's watching me, we're gonna break this thing down for you, okay? BobbieD coming to you live from Cebu, Philippines. Having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well. Where you from? We're gonna look at some things today, ladies and gentlemen, that will astound you, confound you, bring you around you. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna rock your world. If you're a citizen of the United States of America, you're gonna find out some things today about your government. I didn't say government, I say government. Yeah, that's what we got up there now. Government. Mhm. Not government, government. People that trying to be dictators running America. Come on, man, who does that? Donald doggone J. Trump, the orange man, the felon at large, the convicted felon. He does that. Okay, so we're gonna watch what happened today, yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, in the United States of America. Yeah, orange man went berserk. Okay, went crazy. Yeah, went crazy, man. I don't understand. Can somebody help me, please? Those of you out there in YouTube land looking at me right now, can you help me, please, with this crazy situation that happened in the White House? One of the most historical events of 2025 occurred yesterday. Are you with me, ladies and gentlemen? Yesterday, from the White House of all places in the entire world, the White House, the most sacred governmental agency place in the world. Okay, it's supposed to be where the land of the free, the home of the brave, but it looks like it's the land of Putin, and maybe the land of the puppet of Putin. I don't know. I'm just trying. Listen to me, man. I'm just trying to figure this thing out. Are you with me? Can we just agree to figure this out together? Can we do that? Are you with me, G? Let's go. All right. So, we're gonna talk about some things today that some of you may get upset about. Some of you may be pissed off about me. You know, that's your thing. It's your thing. You can be pissed off if you want to. I'm just gonna break it down the truth, the truth, like it is. We got a man up in the White House doing what they I'm sorry, I'm about to say a bad word. Doing what he want to do. And he's not being governed by the LAW. He's being governed by his emotions. Yeah, he getting into his feelings. He getting into his feelings. Yeah. He got into his feelings yesterday about Zelensky. And I'm gonna break down hold on a second. The convicted felon in the White House had his little crony, JD, and they tried to do a tag team on a man, president called President Zelensky from Ukraine. The man was just trying to bring peace. He was just trying to get help. They tag teamed him, and they just it was a nightmare. We're gonna go over some things. Let's go. I'm gonna show you this first. Um, Welcome back to Love Train Nation. I'm BobbieD, bringing you the latest breaking news, powerful insights, and real talk. You ain't gonna hear this nowhere else. You're in the right place, baby. Okay, you came to the right place. That's the thumbnail for today. See how look at Zelensky. Look at Thumb with his finger. He likes to point his finger at people. I don't know why he does that. Could it be because he thinks everybody's a child and he's the adult in the room? Huh? He tries to treat people like children. He tries to condescend to people like he's all God Almighty and you're nothing. And I'm gonna point my finger at you and you're gonna like it or not. I'm gonna point my how about who the hell? Oh Lord Jesus, help me, Lord. Today we're diving deep into a heated Oval Office showdown. It's making headlines worldwide. Hmm? Yeah, worldwide, man. What's really going down? What's really going on in the White House today? That's what I want to know. We'll find out what really happened between Trump and Zelensky. And what does this mean for Ukraine, the U.S., and global politics? Stay locked in, my brothers and my sisters. Stay locked in, my people, Because this one is going to be explosive, like a dynamite bomb. Yeah, it's gonna blow up in your face. That's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what happened in the White House. Yeah, Donald Orange Man, convicted felon Trump. Yeah, you heard me. I'm not telling no lie. He's a convicted felon, and he's called Orange Man because his face is usually orange from the tanning he uses and all that bad makeup. Okay, he went berserk off on Zelensky, and not only him, JD, the vice president. Who does that, man? They invited the man. Let's make it on. Let me get this on here. They invited this man into the White House. Okay, gave him an invitation so that they could sit down and have a diplomatic conversation about signing a contract, a deal for Ukraine to give them some accesses to their rare earth minerals. And in return, the United States would consider assisting Ukraine in the duration of the war with Russia. Yeah, Russia. hmm Putin and Trump got a thing going on. They got a bromance that don't want to be talked about, but I'm gonna talk about that bromance. Putin got him on. So I don't want to say that, man. Y'all be like, get him off here. Putin got a thing. Putin got a Orange Man got a thing for Putin, man. And most dictators, he loves dictators. And if you recall, ladies and gentlemen, he said, well, as soon as I get in office, I'm gonna be a dictator day one. And that's what he's doing. He's a wannabe dictator, but thank God we got people in the country that's got some sense, and we got so many checks and balances on Orange Man and anybody that gets in his office. He's not going to be a dictator. He's going to have to throw over a lot of people to get to be dictator. We got people all over the country now protesting and demanding that he make changes. So it's not going to happen. But anyway, I digress. Let me get back to the point. Let me get back to the subject. Today we're talking to you about Zelensky. Trump versus Zelensky. Tensions explode in the White House. Yeah, it blew up in his face, man. You hear me? It was funky. It got funky in the White House. You hear me? Y'all didn't hear. If y'all didn't see that, y'all didn't hear about it, you better get on the news. You must be under a rock somewhere. This nation, international headlines have been made. This, for those of you that are history buffs like me, this was a very, very historical. Yesterday was a very, very historical day. Okay, it's gonna go down. It's one of the worst days in the history of the United States of America. Yeah, you hear me? It's not gonna be good in the books for us. This man has messed up the presidency so bad. I don't know if we'll ever recover. Yeah, when I was a kid growing up, the presidency was like, wow, something to be coveted. You know, it was up here. Now it's down on the ground and then not only is the presidency, the office of the presidency down on the ground, our country is going down with it. And we got an unlawful convicted felon. Yeah, I'm not. You think I'm lying with you? Look it up. Go Google it. Uh, Donald J. Trump, Orange Man, is a convict. We have a convict, ladies and gentlemen, running the United States of America. Who would have thunk it? And in my wildest dreams, I would have never thought a convict, a convicted felon, no less, is running the presidency, the government of the United States of America. If you are a military man and you try to serve your country, you try to volunteer for the service, and you have a felon on your record, you're not getting in, buddy. Sit back. You can't even go to federal office, a federal job with a convicted felony on your record. Okay, you cannot do it. But he's up in the White House. And something is wrong with that. Something is severely wrong with that. And eventually it's going to have to be corrected. So, what happens when you have a convicted felon in the White House? Number one, they break laws, just like they did when they got convicted to be felon. They broke a law and was convicted of it. Not just one law, 34 counts. Yeah, look it up, buddy. 34 counts. I said 4. I didn't say 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Pow. Sorry, I'm just being facetious. But sometimes you have to make humor when it's so bad for you. It's really bad. I really feel really bad for our government. I feel bad for the country. The things that are going down, it's just unbelievable. And let me get back on the point. All right. So we're going to talk about the Trump and Zelensky, the meeting they had on yesterday, the 28th of February. It will go down in history as one of the worst days in American history. Some of you are just saying the opposite. Well, Trump stood up. He was a man. He didn't let that Zelensky stomp on America. He didn't let that Zelensky disrespect nobody. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. And I'm proud of him. Okay, that's your thing. That's your thing, Mister. That's Mister MAGA. That's your thing, MAGA man. Okay, go on, roll with it. Roll with it. But I'm telling you, I'm not rolling with that because this man was invited. He didn't barge his way into the White House. If you invite somebody to your house, ladies and gentlemen, do you disrespect them and kick them out? Huh? When they didn't do nothing wrong? He Trump and JD Vance tag team Zelensky. Tag teaming. 2 against 1 now. The man couldn't get a word in edgewise. They disrespected him from the start to the finish. And then they kicked him out of the White House. It's a shame before God. Okay? And so for those of you that say, well, Bobby, Zelensky wasn't thankful. He wasn't great. Zelensky thanked America every time he came to the country. He thanked him for all the things we've done for him. The United States has done for this country. Okay? So if he had to say thank you 50,000 times, he probably would. But he was trying to talk about a contract and telling him what he needed. Okay? And Trump wasn't having it. Trump made him feel like a little boy. You ain't got no card to talk to me, Sonny. Sonny, you ain't got no card, Sonny. You do what I say do. You don't do what I do. You do what I say do. Point his finger. Okay. Oh Lord. I looked at the whole meeting. It was about almost an hour long, about 49 minutes. And they shut it down. And I got a few scenes I'm gonna show you, but this was a setup. This was a setup by JD Vance and his boss, the convicted felon in office, Donald Orange Man Trump. It was a setup. They set him up to make him look bad, to make him look ungrateful, and this is how they set it up. They used the talking points of Putin, Russian talking points, to make Zelensky look bad. But Zelensky wasn't having it. I'm thankful that this man stood up for his country. He stood up for himself, and he defended himself very well. He wasn't disrespectful. He could have been, could have cussed him out, but he didn't do that. He just sat there and took some of the mess, but he couldn't take all of it. The lies that Trump was telling is unreal. And not only was Trump lying with Zelensky in this meeting, if you know the last few meetings Trump had with foreign heads, there was a man named, I think his name is Starmer from the UK. He lied in front of him. He said that this was a lie he told with Starmer of the UK. He said that the United States had paid more money to assist Ukraine than any other country in the world. That's a big fat lie. They have not given Ukraine more money than anyone else. The United States has not. Europe, the European Union has given Ukraine more of everything than we have. But he lied. And then the Starmer, the UK guy, corrected him. And he corrected him in a nice way, but he continued to tell lies. How can you deal with somebody that's coming to you with lies? You have to first correct the lie to get to the truth, and then you begin to get on a level platform and you communicate effectively and efficiently. That's all Zelensky was trying to do. Bring the truth out, and then we can communicate well. You cannot communicate when you're dealing in lies, because you're going to communicate lies, falsehoods. And nothing is resolved when lies are told over and over and over again. Okay? All right. So now you see we're heading. Let's go. I'm not going to be long. I'm just going to be strong with it. Okay? Because it really affected me when I saw this. If you're a veteran and you serve your country and you're seeing the commander, and I'm not going to say chief, but the commander and thief up in the office in the White House talking to a international president of another country rather, like this, and he invited the man there. You would be. I felt some kind of way. I felt some kind of way. Some of you feel some kind of way too. You know, it's a shame, man, how this man was treated. Never in my wildest dreams would I see believe that I would see what happened in the White House, one of the most sacred diplomatic places ever on the face of this earth. That could happen. Maybe stuff like that happen all the time, but it don't happen in international and on TV. It don't happen on the air. But this one happened on the air, and well, let's go. All right, I'm gonna show you a couple of clips. I got this clip. It started off when they had began the meeting. It started off pretty cordial, pretty politely. Trump welcomed him in, and Zelensky, thank you, I appreciate you being here. We're gonna sign this deal. Already talking, we're gonna sign this deal. The man didn't really come to sign a deal. He came to talk about the things that he needed in the deal to sign the deal. But Trump had already had it in mind. You're gonna sign this deal. You know, Trying to bully the man. I don't know about you, but I don't like nobody bullying me. When I go to a store to buy something and I have a salesman pressuring me, I say, hold up, back up, buddy, back up. I don't want you to get in my face like that. Let me make my decisions. Let me talk. Let me think. And I'm the one in charge. I'm paying the money. Yeah. And so Zelensky understands that he has things to offer the U.S. But in Trump's mind, he has nothing to offer. He just got to sign this deal. Now, he has something that the United States wants. He has something that a lot of the world wants, which is called rare earth minerals. They're used to make a lot of AI equipment, a lot of cell phones, a lot of other things that are needed. And the U.S. has very, very limited amounts of it. So we're trying to capitalize on it. I don't have any problem with that. Yeah. But, they took the man for granted and it blew up in the whole face. All right, let's go. So I'm going to show you this first clip. I'm gonna get into this first clip. This first clip I got for you is when this was like maybe 15 minutes into the meeting. Trump and Zelensky was talking about. He came out with a Russian talking point, and the Russian talking point was, you'll see that towards the end of this, it's a 30-second clip, that Russia had decimated Ukraine and there was no buildings left. You believe that? No, it's a lie. It's a Russian talking point lie that Trump used on Zelensky. Trump used a Russian talking point lie on Zelensky. And think, this is the president of a country that's been decimated for and this is the anniversary. This month is the anniversary of the beginning of the war. 3 years. This country been decimated. And he's going to sit up and try to lie in front of the man, in front of the whole world. You have no buildings left. You have nothing to fight for. Russia tore down all the buildings. You have no buildings left. Okay, so you're going to hear that at the end of this, and I'll bring it back. So let's go. I'm going to set this clip up as the best I can. Let's get into it, and I'll come back when it's done. We'll talk about it. All right, here we go. Let me set this up. Right. Put that right there. Here we go.
It doesn't matter. Do you have ocean or not? Your soldiers will fight.
Mr. President, would you be willing to visit Ukraine? Maybe Kiev or Odessa, which is known to be a very rural Black.
It was my question.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about Odessa. Let's not talk about Odessa. I want to talk about making a deal, getting peace. We don't have to talk about Odessa, but a lot of cities have been destroyed. There are a lot of cities that are not recognizable.
All right. Did you hear what he said? A lot of buildings have been destroyed. There's not a building standing. And look at Zelensky. Zelensky sat there real quiet, real relaxed, trying to get some points over. Trump said a lie. He told a lie on his country. If somebody sits up there and tell a lie on your country, would you just say nothing? Just say, okay, let him lie. He's the big boss. I'm going to let the big boss lie on our country. Now, you correct them. You correct them, and you correct them any way you can to get the truth out. But Trump wasn't having it. Look at the body language of Trump. Superior than thou. Look at him. Look at his head. He looks like he's stubborn. He don't want to hear nothing. So Zelensky has to barge in and tell him the truth. All right, so this next scene, he's going to tell him the truth of the matter is that he ain't gonna say, he's not gonna say you lied. I want to say he said you lied, but he didn't say that. He was very diplomatic about it. He said, no, 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 Mr. President, this is how we got nice houses, we got nice communities, we have nice cities. And he told him, okay, watch this. Let's go. This clip's about 1 minute and 19 seconds long. Okay, here we go. Watch this. Oh, let me get this right here. Here we go.
No, no.
And
you,
a lot of
you
a
have
lot
to
of
come,
things.
Mr. President. You have to come and to look. No, no, no. We have very good cities. Yes, a lot of things have been destroyed, but mostly cities alive and people work and children go to school. Sometimes it's very difficult. Sometimes closer to front line, children have to go to underground schools or online, but we live. Ukraine is fighting and Ukraine lives. This is very important. And maybe it's Putin is sharing this information that he destroyed us.
Okay, you hear what he said? Maybe it's Putin that's putting out this information that he destroyed us. That's exactly correct. The President of the United States, ladies and gentlemen, Lord help us, is using a proper talking point from Russia. One of Putin's talking points that he's destroyed Ukraine and they have no buildings left. And the reason Donald Trump is saying that is because he's getting it straight from Putin. If you look at the full video, and I don't have the full video of the meeting, but I looked at it. In one of the parts of the meeting, Trump says, "I've spoken to Putin several times this week. I talked to him a couple of days ago, and because of that, he's getting these talking points from Putin, and he's bringing it in the meeting." So the man politely and nicely corrected him. Okay, he said, "No, sir, no, sir. I'm sorry, sir. But we do still have cities left, and we have towns, and people go to school, and people go to work, and it's hard sometimes, Mr. President. But life goes on in Ukraine, even though we get bombs. We still got to move on. We still live our lives. You need to visit." He asked him to visit. You see, this guy is just sitting up there telling lies, trying to make the man feel ashamed, and trying to bully him down to sign a contract. And he was not ready to sign. He wanted to talk about the details of the contract. One of the things that Zelensky really wanted to press for was the security of his nation. Security before he's signing any contract. What do you mean security? By security, he wanted safeguards in place that once they sign a contract or have a peace, ceasefire deal or whatever, that Russia would not break the deal and come start again. Because they did it in 2014. What happened in 2014, ladies and gentlemen? Russia, they had a ceasefire deal with Russia, Ukraine did, and Russia broke the deal. And guess what they did? They took over Crimea. Crimea was a country, was a part of Ukraine. They just took it over. So now Zelensky knows that he's dealing with Vladimir Putin, which is a liar, he's a killer, and he cannot be trusted. So we have our president, convicted felon, a man who has a disdain for law and order, aligning the United States of America, which has a reputation for nothing but law and order, with the criminal named Vladimir Putin and the country called Russia. This is direct opposite of what Joe Biden, President Obama, even Ronald Reagan, ladies and gentlemen, was against Russia. Okay? And Ronald Reagan, God bless his soul, is probably turning over in his grave right now, recognizing the fact that this convicted felon in office in the presidency of the United States is aligning himself with one of our adversaries, one of the United States known adversaries. Okay? So it's a shame, and nobody can make it better than what it is. It's happened, it's done, and I'm praying that in some way, somehow, that they can get together again and make some type of arrangement where the security of the nation of Ukraine will be protected, because eventually Putin is not satisfied with not just Ukraine. He's going to go after Poland, Estonia, most of the Baltic states. They're getting ready for him, even European countries. Yeah. So what happened And yesterday in the United States of America, in the White House, right in the White House, was a tragedy, and people need to pay attention. People of the world are paying attention. Even some of you people in the United States. I'm here in the Philippines, and it shocked me. It rocked me, and it shocked me that our president, and he's still my president, even though he's a convicted felon, he's a president, and I recognize that. I respect the office of the presidency, but I have very little respect for the man in the office at this time. Unfortunately, because he is a convicted felon, and if you were in the military, I was in the military. I had no records, and about if you're a convicted felon, you can't even join the military. But this guy, not only he's the leader of the military. Can you believe that? A convicted felon, 34, not just one count, ladies and gentlemen, 34 counts, convicted felon. And if you look at the cabinet members he's chosen, all of those members, most of them are not all of them, but the majority of the people he chose for his cabinet are not qualified, and they're just puppets on a string. He tells them what to do, and they do his bidding. Okay, so this is United States is a very very unique situation. First time in history that these events, current events, are happening as it revolves around the presidency. Some of you that are listening to me right now have been fired. Mhm. Yeah, you lady. Yeah, you Mister. Mhm. You work for the federal government, and you got that email said you got a fork in the road. It's your time to get it out, get your stuff and get out, resign, or take the buyout. Did you remember you got that letter? hmm What happened after you got that letter? Somebody came and tapped you on the shoulder, and they walked you out. Who's responsible for that? The man in the Oval Office is responsible for it's 2 million federal employees right now in the United States, and I think so far, close to 1 million have been fired. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time I read it, almost some of them took the buyout, some of them were fired, but almost 1 million are gone. Okay, now who does that? Hmm? Who can afford to fire half of your workforce and still keep the government running? Wouldn't you believe to me, ladies and gentlemen, you need to think. Why do you think we're having so many airplane crashes? They fired the people in the FAA, the controllers. Most of them have been fired. They control the planes in the air. You know, this guy's running amok. He's running amok in the White House, and America needs to repent because this is the second time that this man has been elected. First time, somebody should have said, "Okay, we don't want him again because he don't know what he's doing." He over 1 million people was killed for COVID, and he could have had it. If he had done the right thing. Last time he was in office, he got rid of the COVID-19 communicable disease committee that Obama had set up. He got rid of, fired them all, and they were the one that telling them it's going to be a big disease coming up. We need to protect ourselves. He said, "You're fired." That's his favorite word. Fired. You're fired. 2 words. You're fired. Okay. So I'm telling you, man, life is going to be hard the next 4 years. And guess what? Check this out. This guy said, "Well, if you let me, as soon as I get in office, I'm gonna bring price down. Price of egg, it's gonna come down. I'm gonna bring all that stuff down. Y'all ain't got to worry about nothing." You check the price of eggs lately? Hmm? Guess how much a dozen egg costs in the United States of a doggone America? hmm Almost $12, $15. Somebody want to make you holler? Yeah, $12 or $15 for the price of egg. Gas going up, everything's still going up. And he said, as soon as I get in office, price is going down. Now, as soon as he got in office, he started firing people left and right. He stopped. And one of the things that I have a problem with, diversity, DEI. They're trying to limit people of color, brown people, from getting into the military and trying to stop them from getting into all kind of crazy stuff. But I digress, man. There's so much stuff going on. Let me do this last clip, and we out, man. I just wanted to bring this to your guys' attention so you know what's going on. Some of y'all don't have a clue. You're clueless. You just going to work every day. You don't know what happened. You don't even watch the news. You just be so tired. I know some of y'all work 12, 14 hours a day. That's what I did when I was out there in the workforce. I worked 14, 16 hours a day. And when I came home, you know what I did? I got me something to eat, took a shower, got in my bed, got up the next day and did the same doggone thing for 6, 7 days a week. Because I had a goal in my life. My goal in my life was get to the Philippines and live in my sweet dream. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So I know some of y'all like that. You don't look at everything. That's why I bring these videos, keep you up to par, get you up to par, what's going on, so you know what the 411 is. All right. All right. Let's get this last clip, and we'll probably open it up, see who's out there. If y'all ain't out there, I'm going, man. At least you can look at it on the replay. Okay. Let me see. I forgot which one I was on. I did. How many I did? One, two. Okay, it's the last one. All right, this one's a little longer. It's about 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds. All right, so here we go. Hold on, let me do this first. Let me do this first. All right, there we go. Here we go.
Gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets.
No,
In
no,
fact,
no.
the statement
No,
is
no,
Obama.
Mr. President.
Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. I played that one again. This is the last one right here. Hold on. Here we go. Hush. Excuse me. That put the okay. Hold on, guys. All right, I see it messed up. Anyway, let's start. Let's just begin
No,
this
no.
again.
And a lot of
Yeah.
You
a
have
lot
to
of
come,
things.
Mr. President.
What I
You have to
did.
come and to look. No, no, no.
All right, I messed that up. Hold on. Okay, so I messed that up. The one I wanted to talk to you about, and what I did was I by mistakenly put in two of the clips together. But I'm gonna do. In fact, tomorrow I'm gonna do another one tomorrow, and I'll have all my clips straight. The last one I wanted you to see was the best one. That's the one where J.D. Vance, the vice president, goaded. You know what goaded is? He was the instigator to try to get Zelensky to get angry and to snap at Trump. He didn't. Zelensky almost took the bait, but he didn't. He didn't really. He calmed himself down. But J.D. Vance said, "You need to be thankful. Say you've been in this office here. You came here and you didn't even say thank you." The man has said thank you every opportunity he has since we've been giving him money ever since. They didn't give him a chance. He just got in office. In the first place, Orange Man should never have had a meeting over almost an hour before they even got into the negotiating settings. He should never have done that. So I'm gonna tell you why he did that. So he could set Zelensky up and get his crony JD Vance to sort of get him angry, so he can say, "Well, look at the people. Look at it. Look. I'm glad we showed this on TV, on the air, so everybody can see how Zelensky was. Zelensky didn't do anything wrong, not one thing. Trump goaded the man. J.D. Vance goaded the man. They talked about his people. They talked about his city was burnt to a crisp, telling the man that you don't have any cards in this deal. You can accept this deal. You can accept this deal. Pointing his finger, all kind of crazy. I mean, the man did the right thing. He stood up for his country. He stood up for his people, and he will be all right because he's still getting help from the European Union. They're going to help this man rebuild his country. They're going to help this man continue to fight. Now, without the help of the United States, it's going to be a little bit harder, okay? But it's okay. They're going to fight until they can't fight no more. If I was Zelensky, I would tell my people the United States is not with us anymore. We're going to have to help ourselves as much as we can and take the help that we can get from the European Union and move it on down the line, okay? This is the man. You think about the mentality of Zelensky when he got into the White House, when he was invited. You have a man that said, going around saying, we're going to get this peace. We're gonna make a peace with this war in 24 hours. I'm selling it. It's been almost a month. He still ain't selling it. He's a liar. Okay. And then on top of that, Orange Man, the convicted felon, president of the United States, went out and said Zelensky is a dictator. Can you believe that? The wannabe dictator calling Zelensky a dictator. That's another Russian talking point. Putin talking point. He's getting all of these talking points from Putin. Okay. Donald J. Trump, the convicted felon, has aligned himself and aligned his mentality with the brutal dictatorship of Vladimir Putin, Russia. And because of that, ladies and gentlemen, he is aligning the policies and programs of the United States of America to a Russian dictator. Ronald Reagan will be turning over in his grave right about now. You remember what he said to Gorbachev, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. Remember that? Remember all that stuff? Remember all that stuff you said? He fought Russia, he fought Germany, he fought all of those, and he did all of that stuff. And look where we at right now. The Republican Party, Ronald Reagan's party is doing this to America. Democrats wouldn't even think about this craziness. Okay? So we got a guy in office that is a charlatan. He fumbles around and he gets people, make them feel good, and he tells them he's going to do something. He never gets to it. That's what's happening here. And he has an ulterior motive. His ulterior motive for him is to put money in the rich pocket, more money in the rich people's pocket. He's a billionaire. So he's protecting the billionaires. The little man on the street, he could give a flip about him. Okay? And that's why he's going after Medicare. He's going after veterans. He's going after Social Security and everything else we hold dear to the United States of America. U.S. aid has been ripped to shreds. People are hurting right now. Millions of people, thousands of people have lost their jobs. Not because they did anything wrong, but because this convicted felon, he's a convict. I'm not guilty of Bobby. You ain't got to call him that. Yes, I do. I beg your pardon, mister. I beg your pardon, ma'am. He's a convicted felon. He's a convict, okay? I'm not saying anything wrong about him. I'm just telling the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts, doesn't it, mister? Uh-huh. Yeah, you MAGA man. Doesn't it hurt you? Doesn't it hurt you, Mr. MAGA man, when somebody tell you the truth about your Mr. MAGA man president? It hurts, doesn't it? But it's the truth. Deal with it, mister. Uh-huh. Deal with it, sister. Y'all voted him in. You see, I'm going to tell you something. Everybody that voted for Trump, you are a member of the FAFO group right about now. FAFO. Y'all know what the FAFO group is, right? FAFO, FAFO. F around and find out. That's what you are. Trump made everybody that voted for him a member of the FAFO group. Yeah, FAFO. FAFO. F around and find out. That's what y'all did. Fell for the okie doke. And now look what you got. Try to tell you. Now you run around here crying. He had to fire me. I voted for this man and he fired me. I don't got no job. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna feed my family. And he fired me, man. I don't know what to do. Yeah. You crying crocodile tears now, aren't you? Because you wouldn't listen. Yeah. You Latinos, y'all need to get a clue, because you put him in office. The majority of your votes put this man in office. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna give you a couple of other things. And we out. All right, so here's J.D. Vance. They was talking. He's the man right there on the right. That's J.D. Vance, the crony for the Orange Man. You know. He got out there and tried to goaded Zelensky, try to say a bunch of bad stuff. But Zelensky was cool. He told about his city. He told about the people in this country. He said, we have our cities, we still have some cities left, sir. We go to school, people go to jobs, we work, we still living. It's hard sometimes, but we still living, sir. And we still fighting. fighting for our freedom. Now, any other president other than Orange Man would have said, wow, what an awesome statement. But this guy was pissed off. Talk about, well, you just angry at Putin. You got a lot of anger in your heart. Of course, he's got anger in his heart. You see boys, women, and girls, women, men, and boys and girls get killed every day for craziness. He's targeting the residents and the citizens, personal individuals, rather than military places. You'd be angry too. Little kids died, and they had nothing to do with the war. They're not military men. Be killing, bombing hospitals and stuff. Who does that, man? Yeah. And our government is aligning themselves, the United States, with the dictator, and it has to stop. You know how we're going to stop this? I'm gonna tell you. We have to get out in the streets, just like they're doing right now, protesting every day until the changes are made. We want to do it lawfully. We want to do it peacefully. But the only way that our government is going to change is the people rise up and do it peacefully. Not like the January 6th people go up there and we're going to take the Capitol. No, it's crazy stuff. You don't do that. You don't. The only people that do that is Trump people. People that don't have no sense. People that have disrespect for the law, the rule of law. Those are the type of people that do that kind of stuff. We're not like that. We respect the law, and we're going to do everything lawfully to change and get our changes made in this country. All right, so yeah, this is how he goaded them into trying to get Zelensky to talk trash to Trump, but he was cool. Zelensky kept his cool. He was cool all along, and he didn't go there. Now I'm gonna read, and then this is where Trump called him what? What did he call him? He called him Zelensky a dictator. He ain't nothing but a dictator. And that's who, see the man right behind Zelensky right there? That's the dictator, Putin. And your man on the right, the orange, see his face is orange there? See the orange man right there? The convict? He's bowing down to Putin, kissing Putin's feet. I never in my wildest dream thought I'd ever see this day. The president of the United States, bowing down to Putin. Joe Biden didn't do it. Obama didn't do it. Bush didn't do it. Clinton didn't do it. Jimmy Carter, I could go around down the list. But he does it every day. And it's disrespectful. He said that Zelensky was disrespectful to America. Now, Mr. Orange Man convict, you disrespectful to America by doing what you do. Doing what you did to this man. You invited him into your house, to our country's house, the White House, and you disrespected him on national, international airwaves. And you expect a man to sit there and take it? No. No decent individual wants to be disrespected and tell him that his country has no cities and all the buildings are torn down. Who wants to hear that? And they know it's a lie. But he had a perfect right to stand up for his country. He had a perfect right to speak the truth and not the lies that you were telling him and you were telling the people. When will you learn, Orange Man? Stop lying. Tell the truth. And maybe, just maybe, you maybe can get a deal with this man when you start telling the truth. Nobody want to sit up there and tell a lie and listen to you tell a lie and then you want them to sign a deal with you? Who does that, man? What kind of negotiation skills do you have? Trump has no diplomacy. None. He has no negotiating skills other than do this or you fired. Bully tactics. That's all he does. Where's the negotiation skills? All of this stuff that happened over the airwaves should have happened behind the scenes in a closed door meeting. Yeah. But he let it happen in front of the air, and they accused Zelensky of trying to negotiate on the air, and they put him on front of it. They put him in the airwaves. They should have had the meeting first. Okay? That's what they should have had, the meeting behind closed doors first. After the meeting, then they should have came out and talked about what occurred in the meeting, what deals did we get a deal made, what are our reservations about this concern of the rare earth, and what are our reservations about Zelensky's concern about security for his country. Those are the things that should have been discussed behind closed doors in a meeting, not in front of the whole world like that. And it made our country Our people and they made our country, man, look terrible in the eyes of the world. I know y'all don't want to believe this, but America looks terrible. America, and this guy's. He's only been in office what a little bit over a month now, but maybe 5 weeks, 4.5, 5 weeks, something like that. And look at the damage. Look at the chaos. Look at the conflict. Look at the hate. Look at the division that's come about since he's been in office in such a short time. Hmm? And so, uh, here's some comments of some people. Uh, this person says, "Asin." That's her name. Says, "Wow, Vance and Trump are attacking Zelensky in the Oval Office. Generations of American patriots from our revolution onward have fought for the principles Zelensky is risking his life to defend. But today, Donald Trump and J.D. Vance attacked Zelensky and pressured him to surrender the freedom of his people to the KGB war criminal who invaded Ukraine." You know what that is, right? Putin. History will remember this day when an American president and vice president abandoned all we stand for. Yeah, that's what he did. They abandoned the principles of America. They abandoned the principles of what all the veterans, all the military men and the veterans have fought for. The Constitution, to protect and defend the Constitution. Okay? He abandoned it. And it's crazy, man. Let's see. I think I got one more comment. Let's see. This is Jennifer Jacobs, a political analyst. She says, high-level Trump sources tell me the White House is now uncertain if they can get the Russians and Ukrainians to stop fighting because this episode with Zelensky raised the questions about whether he can move forward toward a peace deal. It also raised the question about whether the U.S. will pause aid to Ukraine. But Trump is not seeking regime change in Ukraine. No discussions about who in Ukraine might be better a leader than Zelensky. Ukrainian officials have reached out this afternoon to senior White House officials, desperate to get the deal back on track. But that will not happen today. I'm told Trump is unwilling to talk to Zelensky further today. Okay? When Rubio and Waltz went into the Roosevelt room to ask Zelensky to leave, you hear that? They went into the Roosevelt room and told Zelensky to leave. They kicked him out of the White House. They invited the man to their house, and then they kicked him out because the man stood up for himself. The man didn't want to be, he wouldn't let them punk him out. He stood up for his country. He stood up for every man, woman, boy, and girl in his country and said, we have a nice country. Even though we're in war, some of the cities have been destroyed, but we still have nice places, nice cities, and people go to work every day, and people are respectful, they clean, and you can't, it's wrong how he did that, man. He's fighting a war, been fighting it for 3 years. And he's going to say, hey, your country ain't worth a flip, ain't nothing, you might as well get rid of it. Who does that? Okay. And then this is what your president said. Hold on, Truth Social. This is what he said. That's him right there. Donald, convicted felon. They need to put that in front of his name. That's his moniker from now on. Convicted felon Donald J. Trump. He says a statement from convicted felon President Donald J. Trump. Here's what he said, guys. We had a very meaningful meeting in the White House today. Much was learned that could never be understood without conversation under such fire and pressure. It's amazing what comes out through emotion, and I have determined that President Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved, because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations. I don't want advantage, I want peace. He disrespected the United States of America in his cherished Oval Office. He can come back, but he is ready for peace. You big, oh Lord, I don't want to say that word, but he did not disrespect the United States of America. You did, you convicted felon. Every day you're in that office, you disrespect the United States of America because you're a convicted felon. That says enough right there. I don't have to say nothing else. A big convicted felon, and he's saying you disrespected. No, you disrespected America when you took your oath, and then the next day after you took your oath, you violated the laws of the country by violating the EOC laws and firing people when you had no ability. You fired all of the IG inspector generals without cause, and you're supposed to give the Congress 30-day notice before you fire them. You disrespect your country every day when you disrespect the laws, the rule of law in your country, Mr. Orange. convicted felon Trump. So that's all I got to say about that. But I wanted to bring you guys this information, let you know about the big blowout in the White House, and let you know that it was totally unnecessary and it was wrong. And I'm praying that somehow, some way, that the United States can find a way to continue assisting that country to keep them from going under. Because if Ukraine goes under, Europe is going to go under. If Europe goes under, I know many of you probably think that Europe and Ukraine had nothing to do with America, but they do. This is a very small world. Everything, all countries are interrelated at some point nowadays. Okay, but it's going to affect us, and everything we do will affect them as well. So we are a democratic society. If we were dictatorship, authoritarian society, or oligarchy like Russian is, we'd be all right. But we're not that way yet. We're headed toward that. If we keep this man in office, if he continues with his principles, which he's doing right now, aligning himself with Russia, our government will be pretty much just like them. So that's all I have for you, man. I'm gonna see if you got any comments. Then I'm out. Okay, hold up. Who we got? Let me check my notes. So hold on. I don't think we got too many comments here. We got a couple. Okay, Mike, what's up, man? He said, BobbieD, hello. God bless and be with you. Keep the faith. May the spirit of love. Thank you so much, man. Take care and be peace out. Thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate that. Mike, again, he said, Trump was right. Trump was just being himself. No surprise or shock. Yeah, it being himself. Idiot. I'm sorry. I'm MAGA idiot. I have to correct that. Yeah, he's just being himself, man. He's just being himself. And we have a very, very serious issue in this world. And for those of you that are sitting around thinking, well, he's in the office, he's the president, but what are you doing? As long as it don't affect me, I'm all right. But one of these days, something he does will affect you. And then you're going to be pissed off like the people that just got fired for no reason. Yeah. Federal employees, many of them were fired for no reason. Some of them took the buyout. Some of them weren't even ready to go, but they knew they had to go because they were going to be harassed on their jobs. Okay? So, I've never worked for the federal government except for being in the Army. But thank goodness I've never been in the government. I feel sorry for those that are 10, 15 years and they get pushed out right before their retirement. It's not good, not a good feeling at all. And when you take a federal job, you have to take an oath to your country. You know? So how do you feel? They've been kicked out of their country. They wanted to defend their country and take an oath, and they be like, you ain't nothing. Get out. It's terrible, man. All right, we are. That's it. We got one more. We out. Who is this? Arnold. What's up, man? He said, "How could Americans elect a misfit like Trump? Do not think he's right in here. Something's wrong. I don't know. I don't know everything that's wrong, but I know there's something wrong when a man that was elected by many people, they're saying, well, it was a landslide election. No, it's not. He was elected by it was a very small percentage of people. Difference between the amount of votes that Kamala Harris got and what he got is very small percentage. It was one of the closest race, ladies and gentlemen, in the history of the United States. One of the very closest races in history. Now, he won the Electoral College, but the amount of, when I'm talking about the closest race, I'm talking about a vote on a per vote basis. He got, I think, like 0.8%, almost 1% more than what she got. So it's very, very close. So how this happened, I'm giving my theory on what happened, how he got elected. Number one, America, and I'm talking, when I say America, I mean mainstream white America, Caucasian America, is in a panic, and in fear. The fear and the panic is that the population of the United States of America will be majority minority. When I say majority minority, will be with the blacks and the Latinos and people of color will be more than the Caucasians, and so they're in a panic. That's what's happening. If you look at the demographics, if you look at the way the world, the nation is going right now, A lot of the demographics are pointing to the minorities moving up, increasing, increasing, increasing. That's one of the reasons why Trump was elected, because on immigration, he wants to get rid of what? He wants to get rid of the undocumented individuals. Okay, he wants to get rid of everybody, and that's he's feeding into the fears, ladies and gentlemen. He's feeding into the fears and biases of many of the Caucasians in America. Okay, they're afraid. They're afraid of blacks. They're afraid of the Mexicans. They're afraid of anybody that's not born in America, or some of them. You know, they're just afraid. You know, so he bought into that fear. He took advantage of that fear, and that fear is one of the reasons why many people of Caucasians voted for him. And then some blacks voted for him as well. Some people of color voted for him. Some Latinos voted for him because he is persuasive. Okay, he is a very persuasive individual. People can fall for his tricks and his lies and so forth. And we're now seeing how deceptive he was. I already knew it, and many people like me knew it because I knew he was not real from the first time he was in office. Okay, but he put the wool over people's eyes twice in a row. So now I want to say that to everyone that voted for this convicted felon, you are a member of the FAFO committee. You are a member of the FAFO group. You effed around and you found out. You ever heard that expression? F around and find out. You effed around and found out. Now you crying because you don't have a job. Mhm. You were living paycheck to paycheck, right? And you thought if you elected Trump, he was gonna get more. Your egg prices would go down, your gas price would go down, your rent would go, and now that ain't happening, is it? And then on top of that, you out of a job. How do you like it now? How do you feel now? How do you like Trump now? Hmm? You effed around and found out that he was deceptive. You effed around and found out that he was a liar. You effed around and found out that he does not care about the little man on the street. He only cares about the rich and the affluent. He's going to wind up, he's going to get ready to GUT, gut Medicare. And then he's coming after a lot of other things. And the sad part about it, ladies and gentlemen, the things that he's gutting, about to gut, are things that the people that voted for him are into. The majority of people that voted for this man uh, uh, participate in Medicaid. Hmm? The majority of people, many of the people that voted for this man are farmers. And the farmers are the ones that contribute the food to the U.S. aid program that he just gutted. Mhm. And now, the people that sent food to the USA, where the government is paying them for, the farmers, they are they are destitute. They have crops and food that they send out on ships and docks, and it's just sitting there rotting. They're not going to get paid anything, all because of this man that they voted for, and they thought they thought he was going to help them. They thought he was their savior, but he wasn't. He's not. He's not going to save anybody but himself and the rich. That's what he's for, and that's what he's out for, and that's what he's going to help. So if you think that Donald Trump's going to be your savior, think again. Only people that he's saving is the rich, and because the rich is what got him in office. If you think I'm lying, look at what's the guy named Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, put billions of dollars into Trump's campaign, and that money that he put in helped them get elected. Okay, and now many people are saying that Trump has to pay him back, put him in charge of Doge. That's not even a real department, but he just put him in charge, and now he's going around checking all of the accounting and records of various departments, and looking at people's records, and it's all being approved by the White House. So there's a lot of things going down, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm gonna keep you abreast of what's going on. As I get it, you will get it. Okay. But yeah, thank you so much, Mike and Arnold. I appreciate you guys being with me tonight. It's nighttime here in the Philippines. I'm in the Philippines, It's daytime over there. It's approximately 10:10 p.m. here. It's about 9:10 a.m. there. If you're on the East Coast, if you're on the West Coast, it's probably a different time. Anyway, I just want to bring that to you guys. It's been real, like steel. But if you have not joined the channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Hit that like button and share this video with your friends and your family. Somebody needs to hear the truth instead of hearing the lies. Somebody needs to open their eyes to what's really going on. Okay? I don't know about you, but I believe the Lord and I believe the Bible. The Bible tells us that the truth will make us free. Hmm? Yeah, the truth. Truth. The truth will make us free. That's what the Bible said. It didn't say the lie will make you free, but it said the truth will make you free. So I pray for, even though I don't like the stuff that convicted felon is doing to America, I do pray for him because I'm a Christian. Okay, and uh, and I'm praying for our nation, making America great again. Great for who? Is it great for just the Caucasians or great for just the rich? It should be great for everyone, and it always great if we abide by the law and the rule of law in the land of America. Okay, so it's been real like steel. This is BobbieD. I want you to hit the like button for me. Everybody that logged on, everybody watch this video, hit the like button and then subscribe if you would. If you have not subscribed, it helps this channel in a very, very good way to keep us going and bringing these live streams and various videos to you on a regular basis. All right. That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your patience, bearing with me. And I hope I didn't offend everybody out there, but some of you may have gotten offended. And if you did, I'm not going to apologize because I didn't say anything that was not the truth. I said the truth, and the truth makes me free. And the truth should make you free. If the truth got you upset, you got to look at what's going on in your mind, what's going on in your world. Why are you upset with the truth? You know, I didn't lie about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a convicted felon, 34 counts, and that's never going to go off his record. He wasn't arrested. I mean, he wasn't locked up. He's not in jail. That's because he ran this for the president. He stayed out of jail. Another reason why he ran, stay out of jail. So the truth is what makes us free, and that's what I try to bring to you on when I do a live stream, or even when I do my videos. I bring you the truth, and if you want to accept it as the truth, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. It's up to you. It's all about how you live, all about how you think, and all about how you treat people in the world as well. Right now, we have a man in office that's not treating people in a humane way. Okay, and he treats people like he treated his business. If you go back and check his record, he's a businessman. Business people are very what, ruthless. They don't have a heart. And most of the companies that he took over, he gutted them. He gutted them just like he's trying to gut America, fire everybody, and just put people that's loyal to him in these jobs. And that's not right. If you've been on the government employees listing for 10, 15 years, all of a sudden they kick you out, want you to buy out, or want you to resign. That's pitiful. That's inhumane, and it's not right. It's not decent, and it's not in order. Now, am I saying that we should just overlook waste, fraud, and abuse? No, no, we can't overlook waste and fraud and abuse in the government. We should take advantage and get rid of it. But we have to do it in a very humanized way, not dehumanizing. What they're doing, how they're doing it now is dehumanizing. It should be done in a very orderly fashion and a phased in approach. He's doing a shotgun approach. Everybody out. Everybody, boom, you're gone. That you don't do that. You find out, you study, you find out the ones that are productive, the ones that's not productive, and that's how you will it down. You just don't come in here and kick people out just as soon as you get in. That's wrong. It's inhumane and it's indecent. And not only is it indecent, it is immoral. And people like me and some people like you out there need to stand up for what's right. And that's what I'm trying to do. Every time I do a video on something like this, I tell you the right part of it and you have to pray that God will show you what's right as well. All right, guys. That's all for now. This is BobbieD. Take care. God bless. And